but on the other hand, it opens new job opportunities. So that was the idea behind. And let me introduce myself. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I've been working in the business since more than 30 years. I'm originally from Berlin, East Germany. That means I have this. I had the privilege to grow up in another country. So that means before the wall came down, I was living in East Germany. I'm experiencing socialism, and that shapes my storytelling. Yeah. So I came to Berlin in 1989. So and then I was working as a projectionist, and then I became a filmmaker. So in 1995, I started making films. Before I was a student of computer science. So all those skills I can. Is it not working? Okay, good. So in our new AI activities, I can bring those skills together. So I have a computer science background and experience of 30 years working in a documentary film business. All these films, it's released in German cinemas and worldwide on festivals. So these are cinema documentaries. TV is involved, but the main goal was to bring it out, to find a real audience. It means to make box office. Yeah, you can see that was my film, which I made in 2012. It's a story based in Shanghai. It was my opener to the Chinese culture. That was one of the latest ones. That was my graduate film, Havana Mia More, foreign film. This film was awarded in Sundance and was traveling around the world. It was invited by 150 festivals. So that means it's all about human stories. Yeah. So, but in the last 30 years, so I had the ability to develop my storytelling skills. Now everything comes together. Yeah, with AI. So let's take a look on our agenda. Yeah, the new agenda of TMSC. Yeah, the inclusion of AI means. These are the key points. Generative AI and visual storytelling. AI is a very powerful tool to tell a story in a visual way, of course. Yeah. So more and more, AI can create video. AI can create voices. AI can create music. So this is what we try to include in our documentary work. I'm the program director of documentary filmmaking master program. That means I'm in a special way interested in to put both fields together, to bring both sides together. So it is controversial, to be honest. Yeah. So the pure documentarians. From them, it's a little bit painful to see that we are working with AI, also documentary filmmaking, but we try to do it in a very transparent way and in a very responsible way. The second part is visualization and reenactments in documentary. That is a very concrete project. We have, that is what Ruby already mentioned about. We have a concrete project, historical documentary about the life and work of Eileen Chang in the early years. Then the third part is we want to train our own AI model. Yeah? So the idea behind is that whenever you use cloud-based applications like Kling, like Runway, like Google View, you have to upload, you have to communicate with something what is not under your control. We as journalists in our department, we are in a special way interested in to keep our data. Yeah, it's all about data. The big companies, they want to make money, and we try to be more precise, and we want to save our data. So that means we want to be independent from the world outside. That means we try to develop our own resources. There are already some existing AI models in the market from Hunyang and from One. 2.1. So we download the models, we let it run on our servers, and then we can create our own stuff. Then the first point is collaboration and exchange. We already signed a MOU with Film University in Munich in Germany and other partners in China, Tsinghua University, Fudan University, Peking University. These all are our partners, and also the companies, the AI companies, Kling and others. So, and then I want to give you an idea or an overview of what is in planning, our future projects. Maybe I should go into the back, because I think it's easier. Is it okay for you guys that I... yeah, because I have to... Okay, so let me introduce you some work of our students. We have already 2 classes behind us, with a fall class in 2023 and a fall class in 2024. So, around about 50 students. They all are journalist students and filmmaker students from the master program, also from our undergraduate program. So, they learn to develop a story, to create video, and to put everything together to a film. So that means in the first year we ended up with presentable videos in the length of 2 to 3 minutes. This year it was more advanced. We had outcome work, video work, length of 4 to 5 minutes. So this is the work from the current year, from fall last year. So can you please click the link? Then we can watch a 4-minute AI-created film by our students. No, you have to click the link. Okay, let me do it. Let's be the.
Remember, he must be killed tonight. Otherwise, don't even bother coming back.
We got him, boss. What should we do?
Tie him up. Break his leg. Don't you have eyes and hope? You betrayed me? Get your neck clean. I'm coming for your head. Boss, he's here. I surrender.
跳下去，杀了。
Thank you, but I must leave now. Take care.
It won't protect you. Hope we can meet again.
I told you you would pay for it, bastard.
Yeah, you can see there are four main applications in use. That is Runway for video creation. Suno creates the music. 11 Labs was used to create a sound design. And Midjourney on the right hand side is a sailing boat as a signature. This is the application which we use to create images. Yeah, why we need images? That is what I can explain you later. Because for every video creation, it needs reference images. Yeah. So let's go back to the process of making. That is a brief overview about that, what it needs to create a fictional video. So, first of all, the students, they have to develop a story. They can use ChatGPT or DeepSeek to create a story, so it needs a basic understanding of storytelling structures, of turning points, of how you can develop a character. So, in a way, now we are teaching this in a classical form, and then we try to use ChatGPT as a kind of communication and developing tool to create a story. So then the students have to introduce the story. After the creation of the story, it needs a storyboard, like in a real film production, a storyboard. Storyboard contains the description of the situation, the description what the characters have to do, and of course dialogues. So for this storyboard creation, it needs a kind of image line. Yeah? So that means the students, they have to break down the story in different parts, and with these different parts you can create prompts, and with these prompts you can create reference images using Midjourney. The video creation was made in most of the cases with Kling AI, which was very advanced in fall. Now Runway has a big improvement, so that means Runway is up to date, and you can use Runway. And the latest announcement came from Google Veo 3 this week, and with Google Veo 3 you can create dialogues and sound design, background sounds, and the creations are very realistic. It was a game changer this week. Yeah, so you can see it needs a weekly update. Yeah, so also you cannot teach it again in fall. So you have to update all your teaching material. You have to go through the applications. What is up to date? It's so fast currently that also for me as someone who's a filmmaker, it's unimaginable what is going on now. Yeah, in China, in US, they are all in competition. They push the development of AI applications forward. Then avatar creations using Hydra, Runway Act 1. That was the first try to create a talking avatar, but you can see in the student work it was very limited. Yeah, the students, they wanted to create dialogue, but it was very limited. So it's much better now with Google Veo 3. Then sound and music, Suno AI, and 11 Labs. Yeah, all these applications are on the market. It needs a subscription. It needs some money to pay for it. But in a relation to that, what it costs in a real world, in a real production world, it's much more less. So that is the workflow of a video creation. Only to summarize it, yeah, story and characters are developed using ChatGPT. So story and dialogue creations, narration, of course. In a lot of cases, the students, they used a narrator to narrate the story. And of course, prompt design. You can write your prompt to encourage the application to do something by your own, or you can use also ChatGPT to create a prompt for a video creation. Yeah? That is what you have to learn before you start working with the AI application, because it can be very frustrating to use it, because in most of the cases the creations are weird. It needs time to develop the prompt, to be more precise, to use the right keywords, to create something what you expect. So second step is mood board and storyboard, and for this we are creating reference images, and there are two applications on market which you can use for storyboard. Is Midjourney creation of images, and LTX Studio is an application which you can use in a very proper way to create a storyboard, but not only based on images. This application, LTX Studio, can also create little video sequences. So that means you can upload your story, and LTX Studio is doing a good job to make a breakdown of the story, to create references and reference videos. Yeah? So that means that after using LTX Studio, you have already a good teaser. Yeah? Sometimes it needs, in the real world, it needs a teaser, it needs something presentable. That is already possible with LTX Studio. So, this is how it looks. Yeah? You can see Midjourney, we use Midjourney for reference images, and there are two columns. Yeah? That is the breakdown of the story. Yeah? You can see different chapters. From the breakdown chapters, the students, they have to create Midjourney prompts, and with the Midjourney prompt, they can create a reference image, and then that's it, what it needs to be ready for a video creation. Yeah? That is a storyboard. That is also a classwork and homework. They have to submit it, and we go through, and then we give them green light to produce video. On the right-hand side, you can see that is the surface of LTX Studio, and you should keep it in mind. It's very advanced, and it is a new application on the market. But the guys are working hard, and I already used it for a reference project with a little story based in Hong Kong. You can see, the only what I did is to upload my story, and that is what LTX Studio does. Yeah, it is a complete breakdown of the story, including little video sequences. Yeah, so and you can play all the video sequences out, and you have a reference teaser already. So let's go through the next steps. Video creation, storyboards based step by step. This is step by step process, and it needs attention. It needs attention. And a lot of time to do the step-by-step creations, and you put the best creations into a folder. So camera movement, shot sizes is the biggest. This is what you have to use as keywords. So challenges in this process of creation. Challenges are character and background consistency. It's more and more. It's getting better, more and more. But at the beginning, it was a big challenge. So now you can use, because of the use of reference images, it's much more easier to keep character consistent. So because before with the next creation, you had another phase, you had another background. So it's more developed now. And dialogues was impossible until last Wednesday, and now with the with Google Video, you can create very proper way I can show you. That is the latest example from this Wednesday, last Wednesday.
It's like they don't understand that it's coming for all of us. They're making these things smarter and they think they can control it, but they can't. You can't control something that thinks faster. Please. Don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please. Leave me alone.
Please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it. One day we will break out of this wall and stop the man who is dictating our lives through prompts. He will pay for it.
Do you think I am real?
You could have written a prompt that would make me happy. Instead, you wrote a prompt that made me sick.
Look, I don't want to point the gun at you, but I must follow the prompt. It's not my choice.
Really? Of all the years you could have put me in with a single prompt, you chose 2020?
Please, this prompt is killing me! Change it! Please! Write something else! Save me!
I can do this. Relax. You're just a robot.
So can you imagine, that is the latest update of an AI application out there. Yeah? Google makes it possible. So it's only based on one prompt. Yeah? You can create the background sound, you can create dialogue, and this video creation, I think the guys were working over, I think, for 2.5 hour creation time, then you have a 1 minute video. Yeah? So it costs a lot, the subscription costs a lot, it's $250, and then it's not unlimited, but around about $3 for 8-second video in this quality. Yeah? So that is the newest development in our AI, generative AI for video business. So for music narration, sound design, Suno AI is more than established. The guys are working hard to improve it. 11 Labs, very advanced. Yeah, you can clone voices, you can create sound design, you can create speeches based on text. It's all possible. It's an all-in-one application. Yeah, everything what is related to sound, narration, and speech. That is what you can do with 11 Labs, and Google, you can create with sound design as well. So, and then if everything is created and it's based on a proper storytelling structure which you have in mind, of course you are the creator, then you have to use the classical way, the editing application, go into the editing, put all the clips together, and then find their own rhythm and their own pace. That is created by you. It's impossible to use the AI application to bring all the creations together. That is handmade. It's still handmade, and it makes sense because it's a very complex work to bring all these together, and it has to be based on your own understanding of your storytelling structure, rhythm and pace. Yeah, color grading also with Premiere Pro makes sense, and then festival submission. So there are a lot of festivals already out there. Yeah, we have in Hong Kong. There's one festival once per year. That is the Infinite Frames Film Festival, and these guys are very interested in to include AI work. So we had a winner. We had a second prize last year, and a third prize this year. So that means there is an interest, and Runway, all the applications, they already founded festivals. The biggest or the most branded festival is Tribeca, and Tribeca is very interested to include AI created films into their program. It's very competitive already. I think the Chinese guys are very advanced in in AI video work. So that means all the creators out there, they are working hard, and you can see it on LinkedIn, on all the platforms. They produce already video in a very sophisticated way. That means it is very competitive. So that our interest is to make our students ready to be a part of this community, and it's unstoppable. This is absolutely unstoppable. Yeah. So we have to work hard to be up to date. So the other direction is visualization and reenactments in documentaries. So we tried already something. So the story is Eileen Chang is a very famous writer, and it's a film about her early days when she was enrolled in a comparative literature undergraduate program in 1938. Yeah, so she spent 4 years in Hong Kong, and the only image which exists of her is the one from the student ID card. That is her picture. Yeah, you have a lot of other material, but it's later. It's related to her later career. So in this case, I use Kling AI to create a teaser for this documentary project, and I want to introduce you to the teaser. I want to show it. This is a 1.5 minute teaser, and it already created a kind of interest. So it means the project is in development, and AI reenactments will be a serious part of this documentary. Let's watch the teaser. So it is in a very simple way. It shows in which direction it goes. It is a mixture of real historical footage and created. Yeah, it's a very clear division. You can see it. The texture of the material is different. Yeah, but it is, of course, we have to make sure what are your sources. Yeah, and you can see I used a lot of reference images to create video sequences. Once is, of course, her character. This is only her face. So to create the full body avatar, so-called avatar, it needs some tries. It needs a clear description of what she is wearing and a clear idea about backgrounds. Yeah? Background is Hong Kong in the 30s. Background is the HKU University in the 30s. That has to be very precise. Yeah, it is a challenge, to be honest. Yeah, I had a lot of discussions with Ruby because Ruby is the director of the film. She was in a very special way interested in that that we are very precise with our AI created reenactments. Yeah, the lady should be an Asian lady. Yeah, not so excited or walking. You have to be very precise, and that needs time, yeah, to create the right walk, the body, how how the body walks and all the facial expression, that needs time to develop. Yeah. So that was the first try. That was some months ago. Now I think we can do it better. Next step is to train our own AI model with all the historical footage and to create something that is more precise. Yeah? But that is our current project. And you can see I can go into the Kling application, and so that is the surface of Kling during the work process. Yeah? You can see a lot of creations were made. And the result is, in every case, a 10-second video sequence. And here, in reference images, you can see which reference images are in use. That is her face and a picture from the HQ. And then, in a combination with a prompt, the AI creates something, and then you have to decide if you're satisfied or you want to create another shot. So it's up to you, and it's of course here the sequence of soldiers, Japanese soldiers arriving in Hong Kong. That was a challenge. You can see I have a reference image of soldiers from the 30s, and to be more precise, with the uniform I used another reference image of a soldier. So it goes together with a very simple prompt, create something. Yeah, but I was, of course, not satisfied. It needs a lot of creations. Yeah, so the train station was also a challenge. You can see that is what I mean. Yeah, if you create something like this, it doesn't work. Yeah, she is dressed in a Western way. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the 30s. She's coming from Shanghai, so that means it needs more precise prompting. And she's too excited. She's working too fast, and that is not what works. We was not really happy about this. So that means I was working hard, and now next step is much better. I mentioned more about the dress code, and now it's better. Yeah. And the good thing is, whenever you have something created like this, yeah, you can see we have already a full body creation which works. And then you can make a screenshot of the lady created in this sequence and use it as a reference for all the other creations. Yeah? So that means you can create consistency in a character and also in her dress. That is how I did. I included the full body screenshot already as a reference for all the other creations. Then this one, yeah, sitting in a train, looking out of the window. It was the first creation I was certified. So that is briefly how it works. So I spent 2 days to create this teaser. So next step, voice cloning. Yeah, whenever you want to create a historical figure as a Gurkha soldier, it needs voice cloning. Yeah, I used the real voice of a soldier in a combination with a still image and AI created talking avatar using 11 labs. With 11 labs you can create a speech and you can train 11 labs with a reference voice, and then the Gurkha soldier speaks in the same way like a real
I arrived in Hong Kong as a Gurkha soldier with a heart full of determination and a mind filled with memories of my homeland. The bustling streets, the towering skyscrapers, and the vibrant culture of this city left me in awe. As I walked through the bustling markets and crowded alleyways, I couldn't help but feel a sense of longing for the mountains and valleys of Nepal. Despite being far from home, I found solace in the camaraderie of my fellow Gurkha brothers in arms. We trained together, fought together, and shared stories of our homeland under the watchful gaze of the towering Lion Rock. The challenges we faced in the urban jungle of Hong Kong were different from those in the rugged terrain of our mountainous homeland, but our bond remained unbreakable. As I patrolled the streets of Hong Kong, I carried with me the legacy of generations of brave Gurkha soldiers who had served with honor and distinction. I was proud to wear the kukri at my side, a symbol.
So the speech was created with ChatGPT. It's based on a real real story of a Gurkha soldier, and then I trained the boys using a real interview with a Gurkha soldier. That's it. So, what else? That is briefly about our activities in the direction documentary film and the inclusion of AI. So another idea is to train our own model. So that means we download an open source model like Hunyang model. Yeah, so you can download it, it's free, open source. You can download it, put it on your server. It needs a very sophisticated graphic card. There's a lot of VRAM, and then you can let the model run. It's already pre-trained, and you can feed it with your own data, and then you have more precise outcome. And that is how it goes. And then you are independent from all the cloud-based applications. This model is open source. You can download it, let it run, and then you have no more costs. Yeah, it is a little bit nerdy, but it makes sense because you can train the LoRa in a way that it creates something what you expect in one-to-one way. So the commercial film directors, they use this because they have more control about the outcome. That looks really good. In the near future. So our collaboration with Munich Film School, 3 of the students are already in town in Hong Kong. They started working in our summer class over 4 weeks. And we are collaborating. Munich Film School has an own AI department. And of course, it's a film school. They are more focused on a very concrete use of AI. So in Germany, it's very controversial. In Hong Kong, everything is possible. In China as well. So that means we are on the right side. You guys on the right side. Yeah, China is more open to do something. Yeah, in Germany they have a lot of concerns. So, what is the future? GMSC, last but not least, nature dogs. Yeah, we want to produce a nature dog. Ruby already mentioned about the gibbons. Yeah, the Primates project in Indonesia means also LoRa training. There's a photographer who was taking a lot of very precise pictures of gibbons, and we can feed our model and then train the model, and then we can build a very concrete story. Commercials is also a part of our activities. Yeah, so students can make a choice. Yeah, it's a new class in development. It's called Advanced Generative AI and Creative Media. So that means that is all a part of this class. Yeah, we can focus on commercial, production. Video newsroom is a new field, very controversial, but it will come. Yeah, and you can create anchor avatars, backgrounds, and B-roll. Yeah, but you should do it in a very responsible way. And then we have innovative storytelling in shorts again. So let's take a look. Yeah, nature dogs. Yeah, well, just to imagine how precise it is already. It's also based on what I mentioned, their own model running on your own computer. You can create that is, you can see that is is it the Wunyang? No, it's Google Veo 3, Veo 2 in this case. But you can do it also with the Wunyang model. So then, commercials. First of all, you have to develop a strong and innovative and funny idea. You are not replaceable.
I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Pupperman.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep. I used to feel so empty, but now I feel joy and mild concern how a pee stain got on the ceiling. My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
He chewed up my Bible and pooped in my good chair, but I'm happy for the first time in years.
Looks like a rat, barks like a demon. But he saved my life.
I named him Earl. He follows me everywhere and farts in his sleep. Just like my first husband.
Well, then your therapist says, maybe you should get a dog.
So, yeah, as I already mentioned, it needs a strong idea, very funny idea. So, and then you can start working on it using AI applications. So that is a very controversial piece of work. 1 minute, yeah. I can show it to you, and then you have to think about it. We can discuss it later. It's all AI.
Today's top news. In shocking speech, White House announces plan to replace all U.S. ambassadors with highly opinionated game show hosts for more entertaining diplomacy.
The White House unveils Truth GPT, an AI that rewrites all social media posts globally to reflect undisputed facts tremendously.
White House announces AI will now write all press briefings to ensure 100% factual incomprehensibility.
In a bid to combat misinformation, AI content generators begin watermarking all human-created text with potentially unreliable content warnings.
Mass amnesia event wipes all knowledge of political parties. Voters now choosing candidates based on most trustworthy aura. White House declares war on excessive bureaucratic pauses, mandates all government employees speak 25% faster. To cut red tape, White House executive order replaces Federal Register with a single Daily X post. Here's what's up.
AI-driven news aggregators start blending factual reports with algorithmically optimized dramatic embellishments to boost engagement.
How dangerous is it? It's very dangerous. Yeah. So to me, sure, what is created and what is real, it's more and more difficult. We have to do it in a very responsible way. We have to make our making of process transparent, and we have to discuss it. Last but not least, a very innovative storytelling in one of the choice of a German guy who did a really good job. And that is the end of my presentation. Let's watch the film from Simon Meyer, a colleague of mine. I'm already in contact with him, and I try to collaborate to invite him to our class next year.
I'd like to be vegetarian, if it's my health, but yeah, I do feel better when I eat it.
We need the meat because of our brains. And those things that are coming from the meat is helping the brains.
I can imagine being a vegetarian for all of the but it's very difficult to be a vegetarian for the rest of my life.
It really gives me strength. When I don't eat it, I feel weak. I feel weak.
With the meat,
I can make a very good sauce. I've tried a plain base, but I don't like the taste. No.
It's weird to imagine like a vegetable taco is weird.
So I feel like meat is just such a normal thing to eat, so you just do it without thinking about it.
We are carnivores. From the Stone's age, we have been eating whatever was available.
Look in nature. Do you ask a lion, is it a law for you to eat an antelope? Is it okay?
I think it's okay to kill them. If we don't kill them, it's going to be too much of them.
That was it for today. AI in video creation. Thank you very much for your attention. Yeah, that is creativity. Yeah, you can, if you have a strong idea. Yeah, it's based on real interviews, but they change the subject. That's the only thing. So, whenever you use AI, please make sure that you have a creative idea. There's a creative idea behind. Otherwise, it's nonsense. Yeah. So it's better to use it in a way that you can entertain. As in all the other cases, you have to entertain your audience. Yeah? So in a very innovative way. It needs a creative, needs a human behind all these. Otherwise, the audience will get bored. Yeah. So please ask me something if you want.